Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create LearnWorlds user on teleform submission. So let's suppose I am running online courses and for that I am collecting my leads with the help of Tele. Now I want that whenever there is a new form submission in my Tele, it should be automatically created as a user in my LearnWorlds account. Now doing this manually will be a very time consuming task, so I am completely going to automate this process. And to do this automation, I am going to use Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which requires no coding or programming skills. Here I just need to build connection between Tele and LearnWorlds. With the help of Pabbly Connect, I am going to build this connection in such a way that whenever I will receive new form submission in my Tele, a user will be automatically created in my LearnWorlds account. Now if you want to learn this amazing automation step by step, then let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to see how to create LearnWorlds user on Teleform submission. For this, I have created an automation workflow between Tele and LearnWorlds, and now I am going to do a Teleform submission. And if a user is created in my LearnWorlds account, this means this automation workflow is working fine. So here I am going to open my Teleforms. This is my form and I am going to fill some dummy details in all these fields. So let's say my first name is latest, my last name is user, email address is latest567@pabblytudes.com, phone number is this, and now I am going to click on the submit. Here I have successfully done this form submission and this user should be created in my LearnWorlds account. So let's open my LearnWorlds account and I am going to refresh this page once. And here I can see that I have instantly and automatically created this latest user. The email address that we added was latest567@pabblytudes.com. So this is how this automation workflow will run. And now to learn how to create this, let's start creating this from the beginning. In this video, we are going to learn how to create LearnWorlds user on Teleform submission. For this, we are going to create automation between Tele and LearnWorlds with the help of Pabbly Connect. So this is the landing page of Pabbly and you can visit this simply by typing pabbly.com/connect/inr/ in your browser. Now after browsing the website, we need to sign in to our Pabbly account. On the top right corner, you can see two options, sign in and sign up for free. If you are an existing user, click on the sign in, and if you are a new user, click on the sign up for free, and this will give you 100 tasks free on monthly basis. As I'm an existing user, I'll click on the sign in. And here, all Pabbly apps page has appeared, which is showing me all the Pabbly applications. Here I have to click on this Pabbly Connect, access now. And it has taken me to this dashboard where I will be able to find all my workflows over here and all the folders that I have created over here. Now, if you want to create a new folder, you simply have to click on this plus icon and from here you can create a new folder. For now, I want to create a new workflow for which I need to click on this create workflow button, and first I need to provide the workflow name and then I have to select the folder in which I want to save that workflow. So first let's name this workflow as how to create LearnWorlds user on Teleform submission, and now I need to select my folder. So these are the folders that have been created and here I am going to select this forms automation and then click on create. Now here as soon as I click on create, two boxes have appeared in front of me. One is trigger, other is action. So trigger says when this happens and action says do this. So trigger is basically an event which starts the automation of a workflow. There can be only one trigger step in a workflow but as many as action steps as you want. Here in this workflow, I want to create LearnWorlds user on Teleform submission, which means whenever there will be Teleform submission, a user will be created in my LearnWorlds account, which means whenever there will be Teleform submission, this complete workflow here will get triggered because trigger says when this happens. So when Teleform submission happens and then action says do this, then create LearnWorlds user. So here in my trigger application, I am going to take Teleforms. And then in my trigger event, I am going to take this new response. Now I need to make connection between Tele and Pabbly Connect for which a webhook URL is provided to me. And this webhook URL is going to act as a bridge to connect my Tele with Pabbly Connect. So reading this help desk, I am going to make this connection, and to make this connection, let me open my Tele account. So this is my Tele account and these are the forms which have been created. Here I am going to use this contact us form, and for that I am going to open this form. And over here on the top, I can see the summary, submission, share, integrations and settings. So we have to click on this integrations option, and then over here we are provided with this webhook option. So we have to click on this edit option. Now I'm going to remove the previously existing webhook URL and then I have to provide the endpoint URL. So I need to provide the same webhook URL which I'm provided in my Pabbly Connect workflow. So I'm going to copy this webhook URL and paste that webhook URL over here, and then I have to click on the Save Changes. Here I have successfully added the webhook URL which I was provided in this workflow here in this particular form, Contact Us form. And now if I go back to Pabbly Connect, over here I can see this waiting for the webhook response, and under this it is written, now log into the application where you have added the webhook URL and do test submission so that the data can be recorded here in the webhook response. So this means, so as to get the webhook response over here, I need to do a test submission or the test form submission in this particular form where I have made this webhook connection. And after the form submission, if Pabbly Connect capture all that details here in this workflow, this means the connection setup that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Tele, that is successful. So here I am going to open this Contact Us form. This is the form, and I am going to fill some dummy details in all these fields. So let's say my first name is, here I have added my first name as current, last name as user, email address as current6978@pabblytudes.com, phone number as this, and now I am going to click on the submit. Here I have done this form submission and all these details should be captured in my Pabbly Connect. So let's open my Pabbly Connect, and now if I scroll down, I can see that after waiting for a few seconds, I have received that response. The name that we added was current user. The email address that we added was current6978@pabblytudes.com. Phone number that we added was this. Now here, as soon as I've done this form submission, I have captured all the response here in this workflow. And this means the connection setup that we have created with the help of this webhook URL between Pabbly Connect and Tele, that is successful. And now whenever there will be form submission in this Contact Us form, I will start receiving the response here in this workflow. Now moving on to the next step, whenever there is teleform submission, I want to create LearnWorlds user. So then in my action application, I'm going to take LearnWorlds. And then in my action event, now as I want to create a user, I'm going to select that and then click on this connect. So if you have an existing connection, click on the save. If you don't have one, click on the add new connection. And now to make this connection, we have to enter all these details. So we are going to follow the help desk given below these fields, which says provide API URL, set the API URL you received from settings, developers and API. So I need to open my LearnWorlds account, then go to settings, developers and API. So let's open my LearnWorlds account. So this is my LearnWorlds dashboard. On the left hand side where I can see all these options, I can see the settings. Let's open this. Now after visiting the settings, I have to click on this developers. So let's open this. And over here under this API, I am provided with all of the details. Client ID, client secret, API URL. So I'm going to copy all of these details and paste that in my Pabbly Connect field. Now here I have added all the details, API URL, client ID and the client secret. Now after adding all these details, I'm going to click on the save, and here LearnWorlds is connected with Pabbly Connect. Now I have to enter all these details. So the first one is that I have to provide the email. So I'm not going to enter my email address manually. Instead, I'm going to use a method called mapping, which means I'm going to enter data from my previous response. Now, when I click on this email field, I can see this teleforms. And when I click on this, I can see all the response that I've received from there. Here, as I need to enter the email address, and the email address that we have received in the response is this one, current6978@pabblytudes.com. So I have entered that. Now in my username field, I want to enter the name. So here the name is current user. So I'm going to enter the first name, put space and then enter the last name. Now I want the user to create the password. So that's why I'm going to leave this field blank. And then in the subscribe for marketing emails, I'm going to select this as false. Should sign up validation rules be applied, I'm going to select this as false. Is admin, I'm going to select this as false. Now over here, tags and all the other fields are not required one, and I have not received the response for any of these fields. So for now, I'm going to skip this. And then in this bio field, for now only, I'm going to enter the phone number. Now over here, mapping is important so that every time you receive a new response, it is taken into consideration in these fields. Manually entering the data will make these fields static and the information will not change even if you have received the new response. Over here, if I manually enter any detail, this field will become static, and every time I receive a new response, the result will not change. So as to keep these fields dynamic, we use this process mapping instead of manually entering the details. Now after entering all these details, I'm simply going to scroll down and then click on the Save and Send test request. So here I can see that I have received the response and this response is a positive one. I have received the user ID and this user should be created in my LearnWorlds account. So let's open my LearnWorlds account. So this is the app dashboard of LearnWorlds. On the left hand side where I can see all these options. Here I'm going to click on this users and I can see that I have created this current user also. The name that we added was current user, email address was current6978@pabblytudes.com. So now to summarize, we took Tele as our trigger application where we made connection with Pabbly Connect with the help of this webhook URL. We submitted a form and received that response here in this workflow. Then we moved to the next step where we wanted to create the user. So we took action application as LearnWorlds, made connection with Pabbly Connect, entered all these details with the help of a method called mapping, clicked on the Save and Send test request button and received the response as this user been created in my LearnWorlds account automatically and instantly. So this is how this automation workflow will run, and here we have successfully created automation between Tele and LearnWorlds with the help of Pabbly Connect. I hope you like this video. Thanks for watching.
Not only these applications, but you can integrate many more applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com, and if you have any pricing related issue, you can visit the website given over here. Also, if you find our videos helpful, do share it with your friends and like and subscribe to our channel.